Welcome back to the channel. This is Altcoin Era, and this is your boy Ahmed. And today we're going to look into the cryptoverse. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and make sure you join our private members. We have tons of information to help you along this journey. We're going to help you make gains and, most importantly, keep them. So let's begin. El Salvador's Bitcoin stash rises above 500 million, but Bhutan's story might be even bigger. Monday's Bitcoin rally propelled El Salvador and Bhutan's crypto stashes to a whopping 500 million and 1.1 billion respectively. The value of El Salvador's Bitcoin holdings have risen to 500 million. Bhutan's BTC holdings now account for more than 1/3 of its GDP versus El Salvador's stack at just 1.5% of its GDP. Let me just reiterate that one more time. Bhutan's holding is 1/3 of its GDP. Here is Bhutan's GDP, and in 2022, it was a whopping 2.8 billion. Now imagine 1/3 of this number is BTC's holding. They initially bought a long time ago, and now it's worth 1/3 of its GDP. Bitcoin's face-ripping rally on Monday pushes the value of El Salvador to 500 million and Bhutan 1.5 billion. Data from El Salvador's Bitcoin office shows the country's Bitcoin stash at less than 5,932 tokens, with the price at a standing price as of now 87,000, and it's roughly worth 516 million. And most importantly, he made a tweet, and this tweet went viral. He said, "I told you so." The whole world, the media, everyone was laughing at him. This is a great example for small, poorer countries to get ahead. Somalia, you better take note. Yeah? Bitcoin shrimps buying the historic rally as wells offload. Bitcoin surged by $20,000 in the past week. Investors who hold less than 1 BTC continue to accumulate, as they have been doing for the past 2 months. Whales who hold over 10,000 BTC continue to distribute coins, extending the 2-month trend. Long-term holders on average seem unfazed about this rally and continue to hold onto BTC, demanding higher prices. And finally, we have some liquidations. This happens time and time again. Participants get very excited and they play around with leverage. This always happens, and we've seen it again. BTC spikes above 89,000 in wild trading sessions, battering both bulls and bears. It surged to 89,000 and then dropped to 87,000, resulting in over 600 million in futures liquidations across both longs and shorts. The volatility was the highest since BTC briefly surpassed 73,000 earlier in this year. Coins such as Doge, Solana, and Aptos also saw a substantial futures loss, with Doge experiencing its largest liquidations in this year. No surprise with Doge, everyone's extremely excited regarding Doge, and I'll tell you why. Here is the total market cap of meme coins, and guess what happened? Look right over here towards my right. The market cap has superseded the previous high in March 2021. It's gone to a whopping 107 billion market cap. We've superseded the previous all-time high. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a meme coin super cycle. And so this happens time and time again. Retail is here. Retail is definitely here, and it's going to increase over time. Coinbase breaks into the top 20 Apple App Store. It's going to get higher and higher, just like the previous bull market. In the previous bull market, Coinbase, you guessed it, went to number 1. And my favorite bullish news so far, top Ethereum researchers, dramatic proposal draws standing room only crowd in Bangkok. They've made a massive development. The Beam chain groups a number of big ticket upgrades, including a native zero knowledge proof support and a fast finality, into a single Ethereum upgrade. Just don't call it Ethereum 3.0. They've consolidated Ethereum into a monolithic chain. This upgrade is definitely going to help Ethereum. The business model was broken. They had so many layer 2s, so much different liquidity floating around in Ethereum. Now the developers have made an upgrade, and this, I think, is going to be massive. This is a tweet, and he says, I don't think people are paying attention right now. This is a max long for me. I'm serious. This fixes the modular problem Ethereum has right now and brings back ETH, a monolithic behemoth, safe, secure, and decentralized. I want to show you something interesting. It's regarding MicroStrategy. As you know, previous episode, I've spoken about MicroStrategy, and it's gone up to a whopping $351. It's made an all-time new high, and if I show you on the weekly, it's almost about to break its 13-year previous high. This was in 24 years ago. Is about to break its previous all-time high. And guess when this high was established? It was in the .com era, in March the 13th, 2000. 24 years later, we're about to break. The last high closed at a price of $338. Today, we just might close above $338. Now, the story doesn't stop there. The success of BTC and MicroStrategy has made this stock able to be listed as an ETF. You might be able to buy this stock on your 401k or your pension plan. MicroStrategies holds tens of thousands of BTC. We have some more bullish news. Senator Loomis has put forward a bill for the US government to buy 200,000 Bitcoin per year over 5 years for a total of 1 million BTC. At today's price, that will be worth a whopping 87 billion US dollars. BTC in the quarterly is up 37%, and in November we're up a massive 23%. On average in November we normally go up 44.91%. Here is the Fear and Greed Index, and currently we're at 80. This is slowly but surely we're heading up, and this is normally an indication of a bull market. We've made all-time new highs, so this is normally what we see. Whales will tend to start selling during this period, and normally retail tends to buy during this period. Here is the liquidation heat map, and if we look very closely, we have 91,000 to around 90,000 is the recent most closest liquidation event. To the downside, we have 75,000 as our biggest liquidation leverage area. Here is the altcoin crypto RSI heat map, and as you can see here, we have Tron at the overbought, we have HBAR, we have SHIB. This is the area that we need altcoins to go. They tend to move upwards from green to red. If any of the altcoins get to this area, then it means buyers have stepped in, are in control of the market. We also have liquidity. We have Woo, SXP, Mana, Gala, and a few other counterparts, LXS, and finally Nero. BTC is currently at $89,172. We're up slightly 0.04%. If I go on the daily, we're getting very close to that 100k mark. Not long until we see triple digits. We are 22% away from 100k. The hard part, like I said earlier, is getting to 100k. The easy part is getting to 250,000. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be pivotal for BTC. Let's have a look at the RSI. RSI is currently at 84 on the daily. However, RSI can be at elevated areas for quite some time. If I head over and look at the weekly, we could see and gauge where we could get to next. RSI is just at the overbought territory, which is a great sign. And if I head over and look at the monthly, we still have some time to grow. The last time we were in a massive bull run where it went parabolic, the RSI got to 92. We're nowhere near at the moment. The last time in March the 1st, 2024, we were at 77. But this was just a tester, a just small little bull run. The next one, hopefully, is going to be the actual parabolic run where we could see the RSI get to 93%. It did it last time. It went all the way to 95 and then did it again in the previous very first bull market, and he went to 98. First time 98, second 94, third 92, and this time we could see 90. Let's head over and have a look at Ethereum. And Ethereum at the moment is at 3,275. We're slightly down, cooling off. We hit my resistance right over here. Hopefully it forms it as support. We bounce in this area and head up higher. Let's just have a macro view of the market and see what's happening now. I believe BTC dominance is going up further, maybe forming a double top. Yep, there we go. BTC dominance has reared its ugly head once again, sucking all the liquidity out of alts at the moment. This is the greatest buy the dip opportunity. Right over here was the greatest time to buy alts. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the second best time to buy alts. I actually want BTC dominance to go up further. In a weird way, I want it to go up further because that means altcoins are going to have a parabolic run, even more vicious than the previous cycles before. My next target for Ethereum is at $3,540 and then ultimately head to its previous all-time, which was at $4,859. ADA price targets currently at $57, a huge weekly candle. I think the last time we've done this candle was this was the biggest in history. I think it went up a massive. I was there live and direct. I remember in one weekly candle we went up 344%. It looks like ADA really could easily break it looks like ADA can easily break the $1 mark, maybe by next week or the week after. However, we do need to break this area right over here at 81 cents. It's major resistance around this area. Then, like I said in a previous episode, all of this is going to be thin air because the main reason is this: all the sellers have completely ran away. There's no more sellers left. So who's left? Buyers, of course. Do you know how many times people mocked ADA holders? Countless of times. They called it a dinosaur coin. They called it a boomer's coin, mid-curve. And you know what I learned? This is some great alpha. The more FUD a coin receives, the more bullish this is. I promise you. If you don't take anything away during this episode, please remember one thing. The more FUD a coin receives, the more bullish it is. Look at Dodge. Look at Ethereum. Look at ADA. Solana price targets currently at $213. I was wrong about Solana. I put my hand up. I was wrong. This was indeed a bull flag. We formed a bull flag just over here. and now we're heading up higher. Solana is definitely mimicking the previous price actions of Ethereum, and most likely heading up to $1,000 because Ethereum during its 2018 bull run, I think the peak was 1,466. I'm not sure. Let me head back. I think the first time was here, $1,473.34. That was the peak, absolute peak. Let me just zoom in. Look at my memory. My memory is so good. Look at that. I even remember I was there live and direct. We closed at a wick of $1,456. Okay. I was close. I was very close. And I think Solana is mimicking the same price action as Ethereum. We had a massive, monumentous run. Then we had a bull. Then we consolidated for some time. And then the last very leg, we went up to 1,400. So it looks like Solana is doing the same thing. Ironically, Ethereum got to $409. Stay with me here. Then came back down to $152. Then it broke out. So if Ethereum went up from here to there, a whopping 5,482%. Solana, from the very bottom to the peak of that first initial breakout, was 2,013%. Okay, so it's half the amount. So the next run was from here, it consolidated for a while, then it broke out. From the breakout all the way to the peak, it went up 379%. So we could see Solana head up maybe 200%. So 250, give or take, to $700. Maybe if Ethereum still keeps lagging behind, could get to 1,000 to 1,400 US dollars, just like Ethereum did in 2018. We have some very bullish news. Finally, XRP is breaking out. It just broke this trend line. If I show you on the daily, it just literally kissed this area and broke on the daily. XRP broke this trend line that's been dating all the way back to 2018. Let's look at the peak, 2017, December the 18th. It just kissed this area. What I'm looking for, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see a weekly confirmation above this area. The more weekly confirmations, the better. Then we break out and then finally hit my final target of around $6 to $5. If we look back in history, we can see something very similar where XRP trended around this area for a very long time. It formed a bottom, and you could probably say this is a bull flag, exactly like what we're seeing right over here, a bull flag. And we broke out from that period. We went up massively from here to there. We went up a whopping 56,000%. So XRP could definitely head up higher. And finally, we have an honorable mention, one of my favorites. I talk about this in my private members, and it went up 700%, 800%. It's making all-time new highs. On the daily, it's gone up 12%. And I'll show you a better illustration where it literally has gone parabolic. This, ladies and gentlemen, is heading to 1 billion market cap. In layman terms, price is heading to $1. It's currently at 16 cents. Number 2 honorable mention is USIM. It's had a substantial pullback. This is making me even more excited. These are great areas to buy. I'm a huge fan of AI and AI meme coins. USIM is currently at 2 cents. I'm predicting USIM is probably going to get to $1 very soon. Some honorable mentions. I spoke about this earlier. I did mention this a few episodes back, and we've gone up a whopping 730%. We've gone up for today, 85%. If you head over and look at the total market right now, if you look at the crypto bubbles, you'll find that the entire market is down at the moment. On the daily, we are down, okay? But look at Shogun. It's gone up 700% so far. But you know what's ironic? All of these coins are going up in tangent. USIM went up 700%. And now these coins are going to head to $1. It's just a matter of when, not if. So for example, here, USIM went up 1,089%. Today is down 13%. I want to show you something interesting. There's been some developments where Whale is buying a lot. There is a lot of volume in this coin, and I want to show you a particular individual that has just recently, just a couple of minutes ago, has bought some coins. If I can find him, there we go, here we are. So he's bought some coins, and literally in the past 2 days, this is his order count. It's a freshly minted Whale, and he's holding over 1.79 million USIM coins. Here he is, and he keeps DCAing downwards. Right now, I believe that this is forming a bottom, and we're going to head up higher. And we have some more contenders. If you've not seen that episode, please head over to that episode. We have one very, very interesting buy. I did speak about this to my private members, and we went up massively from the very bottom all the way to the top. We went up 80,000% in 3 days. This is not just hearsay. This is the real deal. Like, while the rest of the market is still at the moment heading down, look, 15% down today, 6%. Monero's down, Polygon, Core, these are all of them are taking a small pullback. Yet these AI coins are having a massive, massive resurgence. I'll go into detail later on what these coins individually do. There is a great meta about these coins, and I'll go into real detail in a later episode, but just allocate a small amount of your portfolio to different riskier assets. Unfortunately, due to the money printing and inflation in society, your jobs, your income is not enough, and that's why we have to go to more riskier and riskier assets.